Many of you think that when you spray your hair with water and it just sits on your hair strands like this, then your hair is low porosity. Well, I also told myself that for a long time until I discovered my hair wasn't low porosity after all. I'm not ruling out the fact that when products sit on your hair without actually penetrating, that could actually mean that your hair is low in porosity. But there is just one caveat to this, and I feel like a lot of us just ignore this fact and go with the general population that says they have low porosity hair. Before you allow a test like this determine what your hair porosity is, ask yourself these questions. How do you apply products to your hair? When you apply products to your hair, what do you do next? Like it or not, there is one crucial thing that you must do to see that you're not only getting the best from that product, but it also helps you to discover your hair's response in certain products. Just one thing, this we most of the time fail to do simply because we do not know or we like to ignore, is working a product in. Now, working a product in typically means that there's some very basic and important thing you need to do alongside applying those products on your hair. There are several ways to work a product in. It just depends on what you want to achieve at the end of the day. Number one, there is the squeezing method, which you will find me do in this video as I moisturize my hair. This is also a manual way of doing it. I know we just want to slam products onto our hair and be done with it. But in order to ensure we maximize the benefits of that product, we've got to use it properly. And so if you just apply a product and you leave it in without squeezing it in, that product is just going to sit there and do nothing. And then you end up thinking your hair is low in porosity. It doesn't absorb products well and all that story you are meant to believe. Meanwhile, you're the culprit. Next time you want to believe that your hair is low in porosity, make sure that when applying that product, you actually squeeze it in to infuse that product into your hair strands. Number two, there is the steam method, which you will find very, very effective. But many of us are too lazy to do this, me inclusive, and this method is not just for those with low porosity hair. It should be for all hair type because it has a lot of benefits attached to doing that. Steaming helps open the cuticles of your hair and allow the product to soak right into your hair, not leaving anything on top of your hair strands. This also helps with moisture absorption and retention. So before you conclude that your hair is low in porosity simply because a product just sits on your hair, have you tried the steam method? Have you tried it to see if that product after steaming will still sit on your hair strands? Try it and see. Number three, and lastly, there's also the greenhouse effect. This one, we already do it when we want to deep condition our hair. And so why not apply the same method when moisturizing and applying products on your hair, so you can have the same benefits like you do when deep conditioning? Because of course, you're covering your hair with a plastic cap is to allow those products to infuse into your hair before you wash it out. That is when you're deep conditioning your hair. So yes, covering your hair with something as simple as plastic bag or a steaming cap goes a long way to ensure proper absorption of the products. So I'm sure majority of us natural hair girlies know what the characteristics of each hair porosity is, no doubt. But I like to say that some of these characteristics are subject to change. It can change at any time, depending on the various factors and sometimes our approach to those things. So don't always think that something is a certain way because of what it looks like or how everybody has painted it to be. Rather, keep an open mind and figure out things for yourself before you go with the general conclusion that this is the reason why such a thing happens. So figure things out for yourself. For me, I used to think my hair was low porosity and I stayed that way for a long time. So this also made me to stay away from a lot of things that would have been very beneficial for my hair growth, and it set me back for a long time until I started figuring things out for myself. So instead of just going with the general rules, I make my own rules. Example of one of those things was staying away from protein, because they will typically tell you that low porosity hair doesn't need too much protein. But girl, every hair type needs protein, because our hair structure is also made of protein, and so you need that as well to keep the structure of your hair strands. But then I know there is also a way to use this without overdoing it, but still you need protein. So I realized this and I started doing all the things that I was not doing before, and my hair game changed for the better. So if you've been in such a situation where you're confused about what your hair is or what it should look like, let me know in the comment section. And also, how did you discover it and what did you do to change that situation? Let me also know in the comment section. Let's have some real talk. Enough of do this, do that. Let's have some real discussion to these situations. Because mind you, whatever outcome you get, whether positive or negative, you will be the one to bear it. All those people that have told you what to do and what not to do will not be there to assist you in any way. So it's very important to sift out information that you receive online. If something has been made to look a certain way for a long time, and you see that you've been doing that thing consistently and it's not yielding any result, it's time for you to make a switch. It's time for you to change that thing and do something that best suits you so that you can get the most result out of it. So this is my own contribution. This is my own word on hair porosity and how it can change over time depending on a lot of factors, depending on what actually you're doing part-time. So it's very important to stick it out and wait, watch, learn, relearn, unlearn a lot of things as well, which is not benefiting you in any way, and then you begin to see changes. That's all for this video. If you find this helpful and love every bit of it, please don't forget to hit the like button, share to as many who needs to hear this and are in such situations where they are confused about the porosity of their hair simply because of one thing that everybody has said and to be the norm. Share this to them. Also, they can learn one or two things from it. If you're yet to subscribe as well. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.